This past winter, I had an idea for a site. I was pretty bored at home, not much going on. Of course, COVID was happening, so I really just never left the house. It was, between fall and spring, and I wanted something to do. So I had an idea that I wanted to make some sort of stopwatch for, a cubing website. Because, people see me all the time. I almost always have my Rubik's Cube with me. I'm just really into that kind of stuff. So, I use sites that has these stopwatches like all the time. And one thing that those sites never really have is the ability for you to save your time on it and possibly, compare your time with other people. So I had an idea for this website that was going to have a stopwatch, but it was going to allow you to save your time. And so you could, again, compare it with other people. And so with that, I started programming. I, was using React, I was using JavaScript and Postgres, and I was just, bringing all of this together, quite similarly to how we did things in 350. But I started off, I, built this stopwatch, and then I figured out how to add the timer to it, and that's what I have today. And so, if I search someone in the database, it comes up and what rank they are, and likewise, I can also just add their time to it. And the stopwatch, it's a pretty normal stopwatch. It stops the time, it takes your fastest, slowest, the range, and the average of the times. And then in the top right corner, it'll have a little table, and it'll place all of these times in. And so I can, obviously I'm not solving the cube that fast, but, and then eventually, if the table gets too big and there are too many times there, something like that, it'll extend, a scroll bar comes up. I can delete times, so yeah, there's a delete. Just adding more times. I can delete the last time by pressing the D button. And then one thing that I worked on pretty recently was figuring out how to use local storage so I could save the times on people's own devices. So yeah, again, you can see the time still there and stuff. And yeah, I kind of I needed to do, this is Page, I had to do a project for one of my gen ed classes. So, Digital Study 101. So I basically just, came up with a site and allowed people to enter, whatever they wanted to, and then in this little box, all that stuff will be there. And I don't want to add anything now, because I want to let someone add the first thing, but that'll start a little table and, a little list of all the things that people add. And then over here, I have, a big other stuff. It's, information about me, why I made this site and stuff, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't really know what I might want to do with the site in the future, what I might want to change. I'm almost constantly getting new ideas for new things I could do with it, so I don't know. We'll see what I do with the site in the future, but I'm really happy to have it right now. I'm pretty excited. I'm really thankful for, all the knowledge I gained with React, and, building this site helped me realize, how much I actually enjoy it. So, to add on to the last video, just real quick. So, when I was making this, I was only really testing it on Chrome, which was a mistake because, I should have been testing on multiple browsers because, if you open up Safari and you go to the site, obviously it doesn't look the same. And the times, it works to get a time, but, it's just that all of that white. And that's some stuff I'm going to have to figure out, why, it treats some of the stuff differently, why different browsers treat, what you enter differently. But yeah, that's something I need to work on someday. As of right now, it's only really for Chrome. So